Welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4, and these are between two of the best players in the game. We've got Beastyqt, he's playing under the name Let's Go Chimps here today, which was his team name, where the apes for the team tournament, the winter team tournament on EGC TV, of which they won. So congratulations to Beastyqt and team. And he's playing up against 3DB. You guys all know him, you love him, you hate him, whatever. He is playing as the Delhi Sultanate. Now, I was watching this game particularly because, well, you guys know civs I like to play. I've been playing a ton of Malians on ladder. I was able to get up to Conqueror 2 at one point with them. And I've also been dabbling back into the Delhi Sultanate. You know that was one of the first civs I really mained a ton when AoE4 first came out. So, I mean, we've got Beastyqt, we've got B, we got Delhi, we got Malian. What's not to love here? And is it a Dry Arabia? Oh my gosh. This is a cast made in heaven. So, I'm really looking forward to watching this. And what is happening already here? B, I mean, he's known for his antics. You never know what he's going to do here. He's opened up in the Dark Age with a barracks as the Delhi Sultanate. Now, a lot of civs typically pressure the Malians early on because of these pit mines they build out here with the houses. It's outside of the town center range. But Delhi's not always a civ you see do this necessarily, because that's going to slow him down a little bit. So he's opted to not go for the mosque. He's still in for a mill. He's got a few on wood, and he opened up right away with that barrack. So he's delayed his mosque opening. So we'll see how that plays out. I mean, so it could go one of two ways. Like, he could either get some value here with the spearman. I don't know. One spearman doesn't usually scare me as a Malian player. In fact, I'm just happy to see it slowed my enemy down. But the other side of it, if it doesn't work out, he's missed out on some of the research time that he would have shortcutted with that mosque. So we'll see how this plays out as he moves across the map. Okay, so we've got... Looks like B has located the pit mine. That's some kind of the biggest things when you're coming across the map. You don't want to accidentally run right into the town center with your spearman, which I usually do. But you want to scout where it is. So he's found it. He sees what he's going to be attacking. Now, Beastyqt did build 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses, which is pretty normal. That's basically if you eat an entire tree, because you know we eat trees. And now it looks like he's coming out to build what would be the... where are they going? Oh, he's doing his... Okay, yeah, it's the Saharan trade network, which is pretty typical. It'll work as a tower and protect this. But the spearman is there. And this might be a bit of a surprise to Beasty. Yeah, you can see he's canceled it right there. He didn't expect that spearman to be there, and I wouldn't have either. Delhi doesn't really usually do this. And what is B doing now? He put... Oh my gosh. So the Delhi Sultanate, they have a special ability where their infantry can build palisade walls. And he just put 2 foundations down here to block the Saharan trade network. Usually you want to get it like right up against the gold mine so the aura protects the whole thing. Although I would also say maybe in this case, maybe BC didn't actually want to get too close because of that spearman out there. So this is still okay, but this is a kind of next level idea of, I haven't seen this before, of blocking the Malian pit mine with a palisade wall segment as Delhi, which is kind of, it's pretty unique. I've been playing a lot of Delhi, playing a lot of Malians, and of all my games, I don't think I've seen this from the Delhi Sultanate. So the question will be if this works out for B. Now, obviously, a little bit of prolonged Dark Age action for the Delhi. He did build his mosque eventually. It looks like he did. And okay, so BC will be going up to the second age, but from there he has 2 kind of options I expect to see. It's usually either some feudal, you stay in feudal and go for some big military pressure, try to contest these sacred sites, contest what's likely to be a strong Delhi army, or you can do the fast castle, which has been a very popular strategy with the Malians. It's a strong strat, but you might give up some of the map control, right? Because if you go fast castle, then you let Delhi kind of take all these sacred sites probably pretty much for free. So I would probably stay in feudal age if I was playing this matchup, but I don't know. The fast castle's a strong strat, so maybe he'll try for that too. We do see a archer range being dropped down, so he's at the very least going to be training some units. He's only lost 1 house so far. Looks like he's going to be using a second one there. That's going to be going down. Now, the Malian house, they only cost 25 wood, and you're wondering, why has he got all these why is this wood around the gold? Well, for the Malians, special ability, they build this pit mine. It extracts gold basically passively, and for each house you add onto this, it adds 30%. It increases the rate by 30% of the gold that's being extracted. He deleted a house. I have totally done that, but I haven't. I usually do it because I accidentally built too many houses. He did it because of this wall is blocking him. Did he just lose a villager? Yes, one villager did go down. So, I would say at this point, be invested in what? 3 spearmen. A prolonged dark age. He killed 2 houses and a villager. I mean, that's some value. We'll see if it's enough. B just now reaching the second age. I don't know why I really am excited about the third age today. And Beasty's already eating cattle here under his town center, which is pretty common there with the Malians. Let's look at his macro a little bit. 210 on food, gold wood. It's not clear yet. He could still stay in the second age, or he could be macroing for that age up. I'd bet he's trying to scout the enemy. We do see a scout moving across the map right now. He's probably gonna go see, okay, what is B doing? And we look at B's base. He's got 2 blacksmiths being dropped down. Of course, the Delhi, they get their technologies for free. So, but it's it researches really slowly, right? So you'll usually want to build 2 blacksmiths so you can just start getting those techs in queue. So they start to hit, about 3 minutes here. Okay, so a barracks, he's now putting down a stable. He did age up with the Tower of Victory, and I will say, B was kind of one of the big pioneers for the Tower of Victory. It was a landmark from the Delhi that you really, literally never saw. It was pretty much a meme, and he was using it at a pretty serious level, at high-level tournaments, before it got its buffs, because recently it's got some nice buffs. Before you had to be within the small aura, you had to pass by the aura to get the benefit. But now anything that's trained, like out of the barracks here, it will get the basically if it's within the influence, it will get. Is it how it works? Proofs within their influence. Enables Tower Victory Mosque and Madras to increase attack speed. Yeah, so you see, since this is produced with the influence, he's going to get the Tower Victory bonus and they get additional attack speed. So it's a lot easier to use. So in fact, this was a buff for B. I use this all the time, but definitely got to give a shout out. He was one of the very first players that started to use this seriously. I know Salami played around with it a lot, but B was like using it in major tournaments, which was just kind of crazy. B right now chasing down that scout. I would assume that Beastyqt got a little run by, saw a little bit what was happening there, but it's gonna take a little bit of time to get this going. Baby's kind of like this mid feudal game. The Delhi techs start to hit, they get their Fisher production on. Once they have the resources to just kind of pump out units is when they get really deadly. And what'll be interesting to see, you see him walling right now the sacred sites, so we can capture those with the sanctity from his scholars. Okay, there we go. So Beastyqt has opted for a fast castle into the Frimba garrison. Now, the Malian Frimba garrison fast castle is a very strong strategy. You can train units 5 at a time from this landmark, and they only cost gold. The Malians are great at getting gold thanks to their little pit mine. So this is a good strategy. The question will be, what units is he going to choose to make? I'm assuming it's going to be javelins. And the thing I'm seeing over here, though, B has 3 production buildings, and for the Delhi, if you put those scholars inside there, they get the Fisher production. This basically is 2 stables, 2 barracks, 2 archery range. It very much can turn into that, right? So, is B going to swarm and kind of like push this, or is he just going to like slowly grab his sacred sites and age up? Let's look at his macro right now. Doesn't have, well, he's got a decent amount on gold, but that could be just for, I guess, training the, he goes for 2 mosques to train, keep the monks, the scholars rather, in queue. They cost 150 since he doesn't have the Dome of Faith. Not really sure what B's going to do here yet, but it is certain he's definitely going to be trying to grab these sacred sites. He's been walling up. Okay, he sees right now that Beastyqt has hit the 3rd age. Can't be a big surprise. You usually expect Malians to do something like this. It's very common for them to go to the castle age. Let's see how B reacts to this. Back in the base, I do see these buildings pumping out units. Keep an eye on these queues up here. If the number's on top, that means it's in queue. If it's on the bottom, it means it's out on the field. Okay, so he's got some horsemen. Now, okay, so he's got Donzo. He started with a batch of Donzo. I thought he might start with javelin throwers. Javelin costs a lot of gold. You have to really stay on the gold to make it sufficient. Now, I like that BC's been able to wall the sides and has also captured this back gold vein. So he has his backup gold, because you'll chew through the gold pretty quickly as Malians if you're just pumping out this Frimba garrison. But he's got some Donzo, take some shots at this horseman. I'd imagine B's probably going to start grabbing these soon. He's probably got a little bit of a delayed sanctity because of the fact that he stayed in the Dark Age for so long and didn't build that mosque right away. Well, I don't know. I don't know when he queued up. He could have queued at the beginning of the Second Age, I guess. Okay, so we see our first sacred site starting to be captured. And B will want to, or rather, Beastyqt will want to get out here and contest this, because that's going to be a gold trickle for the Delhi Sultanate. Especially when they have 3 of those, it's pretty much going to guarantee they're going to be going up to the Castle Age. Okay, Donzo, they've got their spear. The cooldown's finished. They throw that over the wall. Take some shots with the archer there. Okay, so I think he's going to start working on burning this one. Now, this is a tricky spot. Like, it's really hard to contest 3 sacred sites. It's like moving between all of them can be really, really challenging. He's got all Donzo. I thought he might make some javelin, but I guess there are a fair amount of horsemen, so it's probably a smart call on BC's side. Right now, we do see same building still back at home. Of course, don't forget the Tower of Victory, right? Tower of Victory is going to make this infantry particularly effective, even when he's playing with an age down. We see right now that B's looks to be charging. He might not know that wall's down there yet. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to raid down there. Doesn't realize he's got a wall in his way. BC's kind of trying to decide which one of these sacred sites he's going to engage. Okay, B realizes can't get past through there. And now, what's he going to do? Is he going to start burning the wall? He's changing his mind. Okay, looks like BC's trying to take another pit mine there out mid-map. Going to start working on that southern sacred site, but he doesn't have a whole lot of units. He's still getting them in queue. A horseman running in right now, doing a little bit of a dive under the TC. Now he's going to be taking town center fire. He'll also probably be taking damage from the Sarin trade network. You see the villagers going to be garrisoning, but the most value he's going to grab here, because I've been in this situation a lot as the Malians, he basically knew that he was going to be on gold, right? Because the Malians, if they fast castle, they're just chewing through gold. They get lots of vills on gold. He's idling, what, 15 vills there, 10 vills there. There's even some outside the town center, right? That's a ton. You can see there, 27 idle villagers. So even though he's kind of yeeting away these horsemen, he maybe killed a villager too. It's the idle time that's really going to burn, because you need that gold to keep this firm garrison. Look, I don't think it's currently. I'm actually curious how the firm garrison shows up on screen, because sometimes the UI doesn't capture everything. I'm looking at it to see. I don't know. Beasty's a little low on gold right now, so he might not have anything in queue. He probably does. But anyways, that idle time is really going to hurt. Right now, though, BC's making some great trades. Those javelins, they counter archers hard. They're basically a counter archer with some long range. And now he's going to be working to take that. Now, B has got a fair amount of gold from those sacred sites. Does he have a market? I feel like he's been trading, because he doesn't have a ton of gold in the bank. But I guess he did just grab these. I'm not seeing a market from him. Okay. Sometimes Delhi players, if they want to stay in H2, they might drop down to market and start like buying wooden food. Oh, you know what? He's spending the gold on. He's spending it on his scholars, and then he pulled these vills off of gold and put them on food. Ah, smart move. Smart move. Okay. So here we go. BC's using the line formation on the javelins. You want to do that so they don't overkill, and he's getting some good trades against the archers, but a lot of horsemen. Oh my gosh. 8 scholars. This is going to be the trouble. The healing from Delhi can be so strong. You guys know it. Donzo trying to keep the horsemen at bay. Look at the military count right now. B has just been massing this massive feudal army. BC, of course, has the tech up, but got to be careful. He's getting picked off right now, the javelins, by these horsemen. And then we've got the scholars going to heal anything that might be taking damage. How... This is some of the power of Delhi Sultanate. They can just super duper mass units with that efficient production. And at this point, he did get 3 relics, but how's he going to match this military production? And he's like not killing a ton of units because these scholars are just providing so much healing. Like, it's been nerfed over time, but it's still super strong. He's able to pick off an archer there. Moving back behind his wall. At least he does have his walls, but he's got to know B has all 3 of these sacred sites, and that's a win condition. 7 minutes. Okay, javelins continuing to trade blows, but I expect to see the scholars healing them right up. The trickiest thing with the scholar thing is when you just select all military units, they don't show up anymore. So you have to really micro your scholars to keep them with your army or put them in a control group or something. Okay, there, a little bit of healing going on right now. Will B age up? Doesn't look like he's continuing to spend his gold on scholars. Of course, he's just non-stop been producing scholars from 2 of his mosques. Now, BC did complete this 3rd pit mine, which is very impressive under a lot of pressure. He has 3 of these basically fully operational, which is pretty nice. Could even technically kill that and get some more houses in there, but a small detail. I probably wouldn't waste time doing that either. Looks like, could you walk in there? What is that? I don't think so. That is a weird looking. I don't know. I don't think you can get through there. It sure looks like you can. Oh my gosh, watch out. That's a huge army. Look at this. His military count more than doubles Beastyqt's army. Now, BC does have the tech advantage, so he's going to have a little bit of stronger units, but also tacking on scholar healing, so you're not losing a whole lot of units. Oh my gosh, that is just absolutely massive. We see right now, BC trying to kite back, but just getting cleaned up right now by the horsemen, archers, and of course, the support of the scholars. Feudal's going to be jumping inside that town center. He was gathering a little bit of stone. What is he going to spend that on? Is he getting arrows lit somewhere? He must be. I don't know. I don't think. I think he gathered it, but didn't drop it off. Yeah, he didn't get dropped off. Okay, right now, B's army pushing forward. BC looks to be in really big trouble here right now. I just don't know how you're supposed to outmass this. I struggle against Delhi a lot when I'm playing the Malians, and you know I play them a lot. Oh, look at this. He was adding some movies in here. Nice little pastures. But at this point, this is looking to probably be clearly in favor of 3DB. I don't know what BC is going to pull out of his hat here for this. I wonder if the better thing would have been to stick it out in the feudal age, and maybe you have to like really try to contest. I've tried that, and I still lose to Delhi all the time. They're really, really strong. I think Sofa can help a little bit. I'm not sure, but of course, you know, Beasty and B, top 5 in the ladder, 1, 2, or 3, whatever it is on a given day. They sure know, but it looks like B is going to be taking this one home. Beastyqt not going to be able to win with the Malian fast castle today, so maybe the Delhi Sultanate is the answer for those of you who've been struggling against the Malian fast castle out there on a ladder. This looked like quite an effective strategy. Particularly want to highlight the wall he put on the pit mine at the very beginning. It was quite unique, opening up with that horseman. I might have to go back and I don't know if their match history is open because I caught this live on ladder, but might have to go back and check that. Check what he was doing at the beginning. But either way, hope you enjoyed this casted game. Hope you enjoyed the Delhi Sultanate and the Malians. If you want to see more of this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. It helps me out with the algorithm. And as always, I am live on twitch.tv/FitzBro on a daily basis, streaming some games for you. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.